Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno says she is looking forward to a trial in the Senate, which she thinks is highly probable. Sereno says she can finally explain her side in the Senate trial on the impeachment complaints against her. The Chief Justice says this is not just because of the impeachment hearings at the House for the last 5 months, but also because of a campaign against her for the last 7 years since she was appointed to the Supreme Court.
7 taon na nila akong binabantayan very closely. Alam na naman natin siguro kung sino yung mga yan. Walang makita. Ni bahid ng korupsyon.
Sereno no longer seems to be interested in defending herself at the House, reiterating her lawyers have been doing this on her behalf.
Abangan nyo yan sa Senado. Maganda po yung mangyayari dyan sa Senado tungkol dyan sa issue na yan.
House Justice Committee Chairman Reynaldo Umali earlier threatened to have Sereno arrested if she refused to appear before his panel. Foreign Secretary Alan Cayetano says President Rodrigo Duterte named Iglesia ni Cristo Executive Minister Eduardo Manalo Special Envoy for Overseas Filipino Concerns because of the INC's very organized system of coordinating with government. Cayetano admits it was the Foreign Affairs Department that recommended Manalo to Duterte. He says the INC system will benefit Filipinos. He says, quote, they have a system wherein their administrators in each place of worship has a liaison with the government leaders. The INC, which votes as a bloc, endorsed Duterte in the 2016 elections. The DFA has its own Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Affairs, but Cayetano says Manalo's mandate includes overseas Filipinos and not only overseas Filipino workers. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque earlier defended Manalo's appointment, saying it does not violate the separation of church and state. Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Apollo Quiboloy spokesperson says he did not commit any crime during his recent visit to Hawaii. Quiboloy has taken the title Appointed Son of God in his church. United States authorities detained Quiboloy at the Honolulu International Airport on Tuesday after they found $350,000 in rifle parts in a Philippines-bound private plane he shared with 5 other people. Hawaii News Now report said Quiboloy was detained for most of Tuesday and then released. He returned to Manila via a commercial flight Thursday. Quiboloy spokesperson Israelito Torreon says, quote, detention implies he committed a crime and he violated a U.S. law. We have to clarify that he was not detained and he did not violate any U.S. law. Torreon declines to comment on the undeclared cash and rifle parts, which prompted the arrest of one of Quiboloy's companions in the plane. Felina Salinas, the only U.S. citizen in the plane with Quiboloy, claims ownership of the cash-filled suitcase and was charged with attempted smuggling of bulk cash. Salinas is a supporter of the pastor. Malacanang on Friday says it had nothing to say about the incident. Quiboloy is President Rodrigo Duterte's longtime friend. National artist for sculpture Napoleon Abueva dies Friday at 88. Abueva is known as the father of modern Philippine sculpture. At 46, he became the youngest national artist awardee. Among Abueva's most famous works are the Blood Compact Monument in Bohol and the sunburst above the Manila Peninsula lobby. He also designed the door handles in all the National Museum galleries. Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello III says the Kuwaiti government is now ready to negotiate an agreement on additional protection for overseas Filipino workers. Bello says the total deployment ban had a good effect in fast-tracking the signing of the agreement. The Kuwaiti government earlier condemned the deployment ban, saying the Philippine government's move would not serve the relationship between Kuwait and the Philippines. But Bello says, quote, they should understand the position of the president. If you are the president of a worker whose body was full of iron marks and stored in a freezer, they should understand that the decision of the president is right. The body of OFW Joanna de Mafelis was found in a freezer in Kuwait. Hundreds of Filipino workers also chose to be repatriated from Kuwait because of many cases of abuse.